snails.
Snails?
Yes, snails. These ones, they taste like oregano, they spicy little bits, and it will be one of the best things ever that you'll ever try it.
Amelia, you do first.
Just pick up the ones with the heads out, and which is great.
Come on, Amelia.
I feel so stupid right now.
Suck it in and then suck it out.
Okay, it's not bad at all.
You like
It
it?
tastes good. Yeah.
Oh my god. You can see the head. You can see the little pointy cute ears.
Tastes good.
Tastes good actually. But
What?
it's more like it's an idea that you're eating, you know. I have a very personal relationship with snails because I grew up in Denmark and we don't have a lot of exotic animals. But these ones, they were always like this on the wall, like this.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Let's go up north. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We got the keys. And today we start our adventure to the north.
You haven't heard from us for so long. And that's because we have been spending time with our family in Denmark. But also because when you watch this video, we just came back from a 20-day trip in Portugal. So we have a bunch of videos for you.
Where is it? Oh,
Jorn.
they got us a better car.
They got or you paid
It's the
for
same price? No, same price.
Really?
We were supposed to have a Mini Cooper. Then he said like, well, you can have a BMW 2 Series as well. How is this the same price?
Let's not argue with that,
Yeah.
okay?
So, this trip is dedicated to north of Portugal. And we have been wanting to do this trip for, well, 3 years since we moved here. And we're going to Gerês. You guys, this is like the most requested place that to visit by you guys. Today, it's all about Viana do Castelo. It's way up in the north, and we have a cute little Airbnb outside the town. But we're gonna have lunch here, walk around, and see what's going on. Oh, left here.
We're going to Gerês and Braga. Left.
Fuck, was it? Shit.
Left in 100 meters.
I should be sponsored. You know, it's insane how expensive gas has become here in Portugal. €1, 6.09 for
Like a
diesel.
lot.
That's for diesel. So if you for a gasoline, it's 1.8.
It's like they're forcing us to go electric, you know?
Yeah. Is that you, Elon?
Estamos em Viana do Castelo.
It's 2 o'clock, so we have to go get food.
Tasquinha da Linda, which means beautiful Tasquinha.
You can buy fresh fish here. Cheers.
Cheers. And thank you guys for all the recommendations, because this is the one restaurant that you guys recommended the most, and we knew it would be here along the harbor, and we were like, okay, this is gonna be like a really traditional fish restaurant, but it turns out it's kind of a high-end fish restaurant.
But it is traditional.
It's
the
still
food
traditional.
Here, but
Oh,
it's-
we are having cataplana.
We are at Costa Verde, which is the green coast. And this is also where you find Vinho Verde, where they make most of it, Alvarinho. And you know that we love Soalheiro, but we've had it so many times that we decided not to go with that bottle today. Instead, we have this very, actually beautiful bottle, Muros de Melgaço. It's €18 for a full bottle here, and it's actually amazing. You know, I thought that Soalheiro was the only Vinho Verde that was really good. Because I'm not a big fan of like the typical Vinho Verde because they're way too acidy, but when you get the high quality ones, they are excellent.
When we were first introduced to cataplana, we were introduced to it in Elgao, where they claim that it's like the origin of the dish, brought in from Morocco though. This is a cataplana dish. The cataplana tool is originally brought up by the Moorish from North Africa all the way to Algarve coast. But over the years, the Portuguese people have learned how to use it even better than the Moorish people did. They use it for seafood normally. You often get cataplana Marisco, Catablana, Tamboril. But today we are having a Catablana Amejuas.
I gotta say, this is one of the best Catablanas we've had.
It's such a good Catablana. Sometimes in Algarve, at least, when you get Catablana, they mix it up with a lot of different stuff. And sometimes it's not your favorite things, but in this one you have the mussels, you have the amejuas, you have, I think it's congoro, I'm not sure.
Generally in the north it's more meat you get, but this will be our first day and one of the only ones by the water, so that's why we had to take advantage of the seafood. And it also does make sense that they have amazing seafood here since we are in Viana do Castelo, which is a fishing town. So the north, at the coast, brilliant seafood. But once we get inland, it'll be meat, heavy meat, the comfort food I prefer over anything.
Já te respondeu a ti, na minha terra sou rei. Na minha terra sou rei, e aqui neste terreiro vou demonstrar o que sei. Nenhuma croa deixei, diante destes meus olhos.
If you look up here, you can see the beautiful sanctuary, and we are going there.
That's really
later.
the biggest highlight, I think.
It looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
And the sun came.
It's a compelling memorial.
Amalie, it's history lesson.
Yes, it is, because this ship is actually a ship that was launched in 1955, and it was used to help all the codfish fishermen. It used actually to be a hospital, and it has this shape because it can
Wait,
break.
a hospital or a codfish?
The fishermen that went to do the codfish fishing, they went up north in Newfoundland and Greenland and northern Norway to get the codfish. And because there's so much ice up there, it was a very dangerous and risky trip. So sometimes things went wrong, and this ship was the savior, because this was like a hospital on the sea, and it could also break through ice. It could tow all the boats that had issues. So this was basically the master of the sea in the northern parts when the codfish fishermen.
But Newfoundland is in Canada.
Still the North Sea, you know.
No.
What is it called then?
You know, Newfoundland is on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, they went far away then.
Yeah, I guess. But I thought it was only up at my grandparents,
No, it's not that unique, Johan. It's a big ocean, you know. Plenty of fish out there.
Well, now here's another one. Posso filmar? Posso filmar? Tem bola de Berlim?
Sim, estou aqui.
Este?
Essas.
Every one of you guys who are from here said this is the cake to eat. It's called the bola de Berlin. I believe it's like Berlin, like the Berlin cake. I feel like I've seen this in Denmark for some reasons.
And we call it a Berliner.
Berliner, yeah, and Berliner. This is like a donut kind of cake with custard inside. By the way, this is a place to get it. Senatario. I think this is some of the best cakes I've had here in give me the rest. I feel like they're doing this all over Portugal with
But
these.
it makes so much sense, because when it's hot in the summer, it's hot, you know.
so here's shades. Here's shade.
But you know, the
So Amalia, first impressions, Viana do Castelo.
I like it. It reminds me actually of a lot of different towns and cities in Portugal combined in one.
This square here is very Guimarães.
Very Guimarães, but there are also areas that reminds me of Braga, Coimbra,
Coimbra.
and actually also a little bit of Aveiro in the beginning when we entered here.
We don't have time to do a real in-depth view, but it is a small town with 88,000 people. So when we talked with our Portuguese friends, they said, you know, it's nice, you have to come and see it, but there's only so much to it. I think you come here for the good restaurants.
For the charm and for the architecture.
The charm, it's very charming.
So we are supposedly at the highlight of the whole city here. We are at Monte Santa Luzia, where you also will find the Basilica Santa Luzia. This is devoted to Santa Lucia and to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And we actually thought that this would be a super old basilica, but it's actually neo-Gothic. So it's from 94. And it took them
It's only 100 years old?
And it took them 50 years. It's less because it took them 50 years to finish.
That's what she said.
I find that hard to believe.
Actually, it's not when you look at the architecture.
It looks a bit like Notre Dame.
So actually, the rose window is the largest on the Iberian Pennsylvania.
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 It's actually told that you can see all the way to Lisbon from here.
So with that tip out there, would that then be Capo Especial? No,
Amelia,
I'm very
it was
off
a joke.
today. This is typical Stay Classy vlog. I think we have to rename the vlog. So the elevator goes from here, where we are, and then it takes us all the way up to the tower, so that we can climb the wrist bit to get the viewpoint.
But I mean, they close in 20 minutes.
Yeah, but I guess they closed the entry before.
Anyway, this is a place that we have been wanting to see for quite some time.
And now we saw it.
Honestly, we've never been super into churches and religion and all the history behind.
Kind of, yeah.
For me, it's more like
The architecture,
the
right?
aesthetics and the view. And now we're going to our Airbnb. It's actually 20 minutes from here, further up north, right outside Ancora, and it's called Quintal Houses. It looks beautiful.
I can't wait. It's
Yeah.
so pretty, young. And then you cannot make a sound, you know. Damn it.
Velkommen til.
Tak. Velkommen til. Godt fundet. We have shared again and again that we have a dream of actually having our own little farmhouse, just like this.
And this sure fits the bill. This is brand new, and I think we're some of the first guests here, and it is just right up our alley. It's so beautiful here. Very Scandinavian, this style. I did not expect that here in the middle of nowhere in many ways, you know, in the northern part of Portugal, as far almost in Spain actually. So I think it's so beautiful here. And we were greeted with a little bit of wine and cheese.
When you come to a new place and you're greeted with like wine and cheese and the Wi-Fi password is easy to find and you know all these small things, you feel like you're on a vacation all of a sudden, right?
So we're staying here for 2 nights, And honestly, we don't know anything about the area we are in. We asked our host where to go eat some dinner, and she said Hamilton. Allegedly, the best food in town. Hey. You're gonna look like a
I'm in
bushesha.
heaven. I already look like a bushesha. They're really freaking good, actually.
I think this is some of the best busheshas I've tried. Actually.
Absolutely. In Italy, they make amazing busheshas as well. Because I learned to make busheshas from an Italian chef. I mean, Portuguese are just as good, but I'm just saying, Italians, they can do the same thing, you know.
Probably a lot of you guys would say, can't order pizza in Portugal. Because we should be eating only Portuguese food. But, I mean, I had to try the pizza. And sometimes a simple choice is the right choice, and this is an amazing pizza. Like the dough, I can tell they're Italian people here because they even speak Italian. Some of the best pizza I've had. Happy and tired.
It's been a long day.
The drive up here is pretty long, yeah. Especially when you drive the wrong way. Twice.
Guys, we are gonna continue tomorrow with a very epic program.
We are going to see a lot of nature tomorrow. Plus, our team Denmark is playing the semifinals against England.
In soccer.
In soccer.
Football.
Football, it's football.
Because you use your...
You can't say soccer. It's only Americans who do that.
That was it for today. Obrigada por ver o vídeo.
Até logo.
Até logo.
Ciao.
Oh, it's so good.
More. I'm serious.
And there's nothing I can do for you if you don't stay classy too.